Hi, everybody. Welcome to a special episode of Too Opinionated, where today we have Bob Vance himself, Robert Shafer. How are you today, Robert?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me on, Mr.
I'm pretty good at
Mr. Wall.
I think that may have been your best introduction ever.
It helps when I know who I'm talking about.
What's up there? I mean, he stole my line, but that's okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
I guess we can. Well, I don't want to jump into The Office yet. Robert, tell us first.
What's the Office? Oh, that one.
Yeah. Tell us how you got. Yeah, that one. That exactly. Tell us how you got into the entertainment business. What got you started in it?
An actress, of course. What else?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's always an actress, guys. I have no desire ever to be an actor. I was actually, when I came to California, I started out doing some modeling, and then I met Susan Day from the Partridge Family.
Yeah.
And
L.A. Law.
We were in love for 5 magical years, and so I learned the business as her boyfriend. And so during that time, I was on her sets. I went to the acting class with the best teacher in Los Angeles and learned how to do the thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
Yeah, Susan Day. I haven't heard her name in a while, and she was very talented. She, singing and as an actress.
Well, not really. I mean, she didn't sing. They weren't singing it. David Cassidy was.
David Cassidy. You're right.
And the mom, Shirley Jones, she was a hell of a singer. The other ones weren't actually singing.
Yeah, you're right.
Or
you're
playing. No TV. They were just a TV family. But Cassidy was obviously the big heartthrob of the day. I almost had to rough him up one night. We were at an art gallery opening for Sylvester Stallone, and he kept David Cassidy wouldn't leave Susan alone all night long, and I was really getting tired of it because he kept dragging her over to the cameras. And I didn't really know how celebrity worked in those days. I was just very possessive of her. So finally I went over and said, I think the picture taking's over. I was really my inner hillbilly. Nobody really understood the hillbilly thing that was happening, So, leave my woman alone. So he got the message though, because he was a little guy.
Yeah,
so,
he was a little guy.
But
well, how did Susan take it?
She was fine. She was. I mean, she wasn't really that. She wasn't there to take pictures. She had enough of that. Cassidy was the guy who was looking for publicity, not Susan.
Yeah.
I mean, the celebs always say we hate these cameras, but they always seek them out. I was backstage at a it was a Barry Manilow concert. And so, I mean, everybody was there. Dionne Warwick and Kenny Rogers. We're in Universal in Hollywood. And Entertainment Tonight and all those shows came in and their lights going, and so they're like moths to the flame. The celebs actually rushed Dionne Warwick's elbow and Kenny Rogers, get out of the way, so they could get up there and profess to hate being on camera.
That's awesome. What was your first acting role?
It was it was Highway to Heaven. As a basketball player on Highway to Heaven, my first line on national network television was, "Get an ambulance." my teammate had fallen, and so I was, get an ambulance. That was my big line.
Hey, a lot of people don't have a line their first time. That's awesome.
Well, man, I got to play basketball, so it was win-win.
Did you play in high school?
I played in high school and a little bit of college. I was dunking the basketball in those days. I was playing basketball at Venice regularly. I mean, it was so it was fun to it was fun to play when you can still play.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I understand you're a pretty good scratch golfer too.
No. I never said scratch. I don't know who said scratch. Sure as me. I wish I was scratch. I mean, I've been the lowest I've been is a 10. So
that's still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I would go out and shoot 81, 82, and the occasional 78, 79s. I mean, but I want to shoot par, Until I shoot par, I'm not going to.
Yeah, Brett's granddad is a really good golfer, and he's 80, and he still shoots in the high 70s, low 80s. So he's pretty good. Yeah, it's so frustrating. Several years ago, I tried to go out there as a way to bond with him and learn how to play, and it made me so angry. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stick with it.
That's the first thing, though, is you have to control your emotions. That's the thing about golf, is that you have to, not care if you hit a bad shot. You're going to hit bad shots. You're going to hit more bad shots than good shots.
Yeah,
that's a fact. So, one of the greatest golfers who ever lived was Ben Hogan, right?
Yes.
And he said in a round of golf that he would only hit 5 golf shots perfectly. So, and he was shooting 64, 65. I mean, he was a 12-time major winner.
Right.
So, for him to say that he could only hit the ball perfectly 5 times in a round, that means he missed 63 times.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah.
I had trouble if I think I'd have been pretty good if the tee was about 18 inches off the ground.
Well, you just have to play that shot. You have to make that adjustment. You have to learn what the ball is and then just play it. I mean, if you're going to hit it left or right, you aim it way left and let it come back right. So once you learn what the ball flight is, then you can, it's a tough game. It takes years and years and years to master it, and nobody ever masters it. Acting is the same thing. You never have a perfect round. Ever. You always think, I could have done that. I wish I'd done this. I should have done this. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So you starred in, I think, one of the best cult movies, Psycho Cop, and I was and a sequel, and I was very curious. How did that movie come about?
I auditioned for it. I mean, but I had a huge advantage. The audition piece was a play that I had been working on and knew it by heart. And so the director said, "Do you know True West?" And I said, a little bit. But I knew it cold. I mean, I could have put it on stage right then and there,
Right.
I just seen Malkovich and Sinise do it. And that was the play that made both of them, True West, by Sam Shepard.
Yeah.
And later I did it, the 20th anniversary of it in Pasadena. I was finally old enough to play it. And it's always been a measuring stick for Hollywood actors. Ed Harris did it. And, all kinds of guys. The Quaid brothers did it.
Yeah.
I mean, John Riley and Philip C. Hoffman did it, and they switched parts every night. I mean, so it's got this storied past and future. It's a funny story, Michael. One time I ran into Sam Shepard's ex-wife, and I said, I was just reading about you in this biography of Sam Shepard. And she goes, "Oh, really? Why were you reading a biography about him?" And I said, well, I did True West. And she said, are they still doing that? And, I want to say bitter table for one, but I said, yeah, they're still doing it. Kind of like, they still do Hamlet and Macbeth.
Right.
Yeah, they're still doing it. But, but he left that woman for Jessica Lange. So naturally there would be bitterness.
Yeah. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get Brett to watch. She was in a movie called Rob Roy, and I've been trying to get Brett to watch that one. That's one of my favorites.
I will not watch.
Oh
it.
yeah,
I'm not doing it.
that's good period drama right there. The Scottish Highlands. Liam, isn't that Liam Neeson?
Yeah, it's Liam Neeson.
And then the bad guy is Roth.
Yeah, Tim Roth. Yeah, or Timothy Roth. Yeah, and the
there's a very memorable scene in that movie.
Yes, there
but
is.
But that's not the first time it's going on the table. In Postman Always Rings. Postman Only Rings with Jack Nicholson, and that's an epic sex scene in that movie between those two.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That I keep telling Brett, Rob Roy has the best sword fight at the end of the movie. It's worth watching just for
no, it's terrific. Terrific. I love historical drama. I mean, might as well time travel when you go see a movie. You're up on, you don't want to see the big screen. I like 1917. I thought that was pretty decent film this year.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I enjoyed that too.
What'd you think about the filming it all in the one take?
Well, it hurt the film because film is best with close-ups, not the trickery of the director. I mean, that's all nice. That's showy. I mean, we all get that. But the film lacked the extreme close-ups and the intimacy with the characters because of the technique.
Yeah. So I love the movie, but that's kind of we were talking afterwards. Kind of what we were saying, the same thing. Oh, your dog's back.
It didn't reach the emotional depths that it should have from a great war movie, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you after you watched it, you go, yeah, that was pretty awesome. That was pretty good. But it's not like Saving Private Ryan or
that's right.
Movies that really hit you with it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's the same thought we had on it. I was curious if you.
But he doesn't care. The director doesn't care if you feel anything. He just wants to show you what it really was like, and he did in spades. I mean, no doubt. That's a huge budget production. I mean, if you got those kind of toys and goodies, you're going to make a movie. I mean, with that budget, hell, let's go. Action.
Let's go. That's right. It's a little different when you have that type of budget to make a film.
That's right. But my movie Dick Dickster.
Yeah, I watched it today. Hilarious.
Thank you. How much did I make that for, Michael?
I'm going to say you did that one for $50,000.
Well, a little bit more.
Yeah, I was trying not to go too crazy.
But no, that's good. But I shot it in 6 days. The amazing thing was we were shooting 15 pages a day and wrapping early. But that's the secret. The secret is it's mockumentary. There's 3 cameras. Every angle's covered on every take, and I have great actors. Those actors in the movie are first rate.
Yeah, I love Tim Russ. I think he's terrific, and Richard Grieco was absolutely cracking me up. That scene where he's talking about getting tossed into the shark-filled waters, hilarious.
Yeah. Well, they all believed in it. I mean, ultimately, it's a parody, and a farce comedy because we make that. It's the pace of this thing is relentless and it's fast. I mean,
it is
fast and ugly. And Dick is everything that everybody in Hollywood claims to hate, but they all secretly hate Jen. Right? They're all racist. They're all misogynistic. Hello, Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
Hello, Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, is Dick Dickster an anomaly, or is he more mainstream than we could possibly?
That's right.
Who knows? So I will say this: you know, the end of the movie, and I'm going to give the damn end away here. Dick wins. Who wins? Who wins? Dick Dickster wins.
That's right. That's right. Where did you come up with the idea, and where did you come up with that name? I mean, that's hilarious in and of itself.
Well, the name came from walking on Hollywood Boulevard, or actually on Vine Street.
Yeah.
You know, they have the Walk the Stars.
Yes.
And so an actor from the 1930s, his name was Richard Dix. And
Yep.
I was talking to I had a personal assistant then, and he used to be a sounding board, and I looked at that star and I went, Dick Dix, that's a great name. That's a great name for a director, Dick Dix. So that was the guy's name. And then this is an amazing story, really, because right before we got ready to film, a writer-director friend of mine said, let me read the script. He read the script, and he calls me up and he goes, I'm friends with Robert Dix, Dick Dix's son. His son was an actor in all these really bad movies, Plan 9 from Outer Space,
Yeah.
Satan's Demons, stuff like that. 50s trash, 60s trash. So I send the script to Robert Dix, and we had a scene in the movie where Dick is an orphan, right? And
Yeah.
then we were going to do the whole Jerry Springer orphan thing. Are you the real father? So I thought, well, hell, we'll get Robert Dix to do that. Well, no.
No.
Oh my God. Right before we started shooting, I get an email from him. It's a cease and desist deal.
Oh no.
He's offended. How dare I besmirch the family name? Do I want a lawsuit? On and on and on. So I'm laying there thinking, in my mind, this character's been Dick Dix for a year and a half. It's taken me to get this thing off the ground.
Yeah.
And now what am I going to call him? And so if you combine Monster and Dick, you get Dickster. So it hit me. I sat up and I went, Dickster. So, it was an adjustment because the script, the script had all said Dick Dix, and, so we just told everybody, call him Dickster. And so I forget, I was going to count at one time how many times we say Dickster in the movie. I don't know. It's well north of 50.
Yeah, you need to count that because it's a lot. That's so funny.
It's a lot, but that's part of the fun of it. Is just the idiocy of the name is. And if you notice all the people's names in it, Peaches Ripen. I mean,
yeah,
they're all stupid as hell. Coco Heart. I mean, that's a porn name. All their names are meant. If you notice, whenever there's a green screen or they do the talking heads or somebody's introduced, it says actor, activist. They're all hyphened. Yeah. I mean, everybody has more than one occupation.
Really I didn't catch that, but you're right. It totally. I love that you've got a lot of different things that you might not catch the first time, but if you watched it again, you probably pick up on. That's really great.
Yeah, no, a guy said the other day he's watched it 3 times now, and it's funnier every time. So that's what we're going.
Yeah, it was. You're
like, what's happening?
It's crazy, and it starts immediately. As soon as you turn it on, it just gets nuts.
I did a pratfall in the first 10 seconds. Here's a funny story. When I wrote the script, I only had 2 F-bombs in there, right? Because I wanted to make it TV safe version.
Yes.
That you could just air on Comedy Central. So by the time the movie's over and everything's cut, and I'm counting the number of F-bombs, there's 56 of them, including 5 Tony in the first 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I was like, you're an F-bomb machine. What is this? Because I got nothing to cut with. This is it. I can't. And there's not a take without it. So
Yeah.
So none of it was in the script, but they were all doing it. And then I realized, well, I may have dropped a few myself. But you know, I think Wolf of Wall Street, the Leonardo DiCaprio film, there's 530. 530.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think that's okay as long as it fits the movie, and yours, it fit.
Yeah. Well, once I worked with David Niven Jr. on a script, and he just felt like it was lazy writing. You know, he always, every time I would hand him pages with F-bombs, he would, this is lazy writing. You know, you don't need this. Do it without this. So that's kind of the way my mind's trained, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't get to do TV.
That's right.
As much
That's
as
right.
you want.
Yeah. Yeah, they won't let you do that yet. Did you also direct on this?
No, my cousin, Christopher Ray, the son of the legendary West Virginia director, Fred Olin Ray.
Oh, okay.
He, of such classics as Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers.
Yes.
That's Fred Olin Ray. In fact, how we met is a funny story. We met on a movie. Once I was in West Virginia, I was in Charleston, and my great aunt said, you know, you have a cousin in LA. He's a movie maker. You should look him up. I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. So I never looked him up, you know. I mean, people say these kind of things to you.
Sure.
Okay, right. So I'm on a movie. I'm doing this movie, and the first AD is Christopher Ray. And I said, Ray, that's my middle name. It's family name. Where's your dad from? And he said, well, he's from West Virginia. I'm like, huh? What? So 10 minutes later, genealogy charts, we're going back and forth. And, you know, there was my cousins. So now we've made some movies together, and we're fast friends.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and you ran into him just like right when you first started working out there?
No, it was 2008 when I met him.
Oh,
so,
okay. Okay,
yeah.
so a little later. Yeah, that's really really cool. Is that the first thing that you have written that has got turned into something?
Oh, my first movie, my first feature film. I've had short films, and I used to write documentaries for A&E.
Oh, okay.
I wrote the 50th anniversary of D-Day for A&E.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that was an honorary. I mean, I was so honored to be writing that. I learned so much.
That's incredible.
You know, we had a meeting where all the people from the bigwigs from A&E came flying in for the story conference, right?
Yeah.
It's a great excuse for them to leave New York and come out to LA for the week, stay at the Four Seasons, have room service.
Of course.
You know, work maybe an hour or two about the script. You know, I'm going to write the script. So we're sitting in this first meeting with them, and the lady from New York, she looks at me, she goes, Bobby, do you think you could come up with something new? Well, look at her and I go, something new? It's D-Day. It's history. Nothing new. The only thing new is how I arrange the facts. But the facts are the facts. Ike still says, okay, we'll go.
That's right.
Can't change that. Can't change that one. I could write a better sentence than okay, we'll go. But that's what I.
You could tweak it just a little bit.
Yeah, we could cheat. We could tweak that, Ike. Let's tweak that.
Oh, that's great. Well, Brett, now that you're back, I'll let you delve into some office questions. Brett's our resident expert on The Office, although the entire family.
I am?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
You've probably seen it more than all of us, and that's saying something.
Let me think. What is a good question? All right, yeah. Well, how did it start out? That's probably the best place to start, is how did you get that job?
I auditioned for it. I went down to Hollywood, and I didn't realize that it was Halloween. And Halloween in Hollywood is kind of like Mardi Gras in New Orleans. It's batshit crazy. I mean, there's people in, insane costumes.
Yeah.
There's no place to park. The traffic was incredible. I didn't allow enough time for this insane traffic. So I get there late. I'm the last guy of the day. I'm pouring sweat from running, and I nail it. And Allison Jones is the top comedy casting director in Hollywood. So I was just happy to be in the office. I didn't care whether I got the job or not. I was there to impress her. And
Right.
if it wasn't this one, then it'd be the next one. I want to get in that office again, right? And I waited 2 weeks for the callback, and went in and to the sound stages in Van Nuys where they shot it, and Phyllis was there, and
Yeah.
there was competition. There were some big boy hitters there up for Bob Vance, and Phyllis chose me. They had me do a lot of improv, which was rough because I didn't know anything about Bob Vance at the time. I was just,
Right.
pulling it out of my. Look, there's Michael Scott. Back to him, huh? What? Who's Michael Scott?
Had you seen the show?
What's that?
Had you seen the show ahead of time?
I had.
Yeah.
I'd seen a couple of the episodes the first season. They had written an article in the LA calendar, and so I keep up with all the new shows at that time. I was you got to know.
That's right.
You should go in and audition for it. So.
Yeah. That's really great. I have spent time during Halloween in both New Orleans and West Hollywood, and yeah, West Hollywood may be the one that's more crazy, and that's saying something.
Yeah. Probably.
How
there's more people there. I mean, the population density is higher. So
that's right.
Naturally, more trouble. There's more arrests. There's more drunkenness. There's more fights. There's more lewdness. Like saying lewd. When was the last time you got to say lewdness?
Yeah, it's been a while. So how was one of the reasons?
He might be a little. Well, he looks like a good guy.
So, one of the things everybody I think loves about The Office is that it really seems like the cast enjoys working together. I mean, was that actually the case?
Oh yeah, you can't fake that. I mean,
yeah.
If you don't have the camaraderie, if it's not truly a team sport. I mean, if you watched any of this Last Dance about Michael Jordan, the documentary, really good because of the footage they have is amazing. Yeah. I mean, they had a hard time cutting that together because there was too much footage.
That's right.
Most documentaries, there's not enough footage, right? You have to buy footage. It's expensive. I mean, these people had all this footage. But anyway, that team, he still needed that team, right? Carell still needed that team.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, The Office was a star-making machine. Come on. Who knew?
No, it really was. I mean, just all of you from there have kind of grown out of that. It was really something. With that, has he called you up for this Space Force show yet?
No. I saw a picture of Steve the other day. I'm all for the Space Force. We need the Space Force. The Space Force is years later than it should be because the next batch are going to be in space. If you're able to take out communication satellites, you can shoot EMP weapons.
Sure.
The one rule of warfare has always been, since the beginning, is take the high ground.
That's right.
Take the, the boys in the blue jackets used that up at Gettysburg to their advantage. They were on the high ground. And charging uphill, well, not such a good thing.
You would have made a good. You'd have made a good Civil War general in that movie, right? It may have been a minute.
Well, my great grandfather John Shafer and his father both served in Kanawha County Infantry. I forget what regiment number it was, but they joined together. The father and the son. The son was 16 years old. He was wounded at a battle in Salem, Virginia. I think it's interesting, the whole West Virginia thing. Those battles and that territory, the way hands. I mean, you go down to those caves down at Ransom, Ransom, West Virginia. Yeah.
Ransom, West Virginia. Yeah,
that's right. Well, I got to see Keith Urban, the great country guitarist singer, right? My cousin Jerry Flowers is his bass player. So
really?
Urban, we were down at the Greenbrier for the golf tournament, and that was a great week. That was a great week. And
I was there.
Keith Urban was playing over there at the I guess Lewis County Fairgrounds.
Yes, Lewis County. Yep.
There was 50,000 people there. I mean, it was amazing when they did "Take Me Home, Country Roads."
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a high. Seeing my cousin playing in West Virginia, singing "Take Me Home, Country Roads." Come on.
I mean, that's terrific. Yeah. I take now. Of course, they canceled it this year going forward, but I've taken my dad to every one that they've had of the Greenbrier tournament, and it's been a blast.
Governor Justice has made some nefarious business dealings that the PGA of America is not party to.
Yeah, that's right.
If you say you're going to pay this amount, PGA, that's like this producer I once knew, he bounced a check to Marlon Brando, okay? I say, if you're going to bounce a check, you might as well bounce one to Marlon Brando.
That's right.
$4 million. He bounced a check. And then Brando doesn't show up, and everybody's like, where's Brando? And it's like, well, the check was no good.
Oh, it's hilarious. Do you are you like every other West Virginian, and do you get chills when Country Roads comes on no matter where you're at?
Well, it's an amazing song. I mean, if you go on iTunes, I think it's recorded in 22 different languages.
Yeah.
But the sentiment is always the same. It doesn't matter what language it is, because you hear I should have been home yesterday.
That's right.
That's the money line in the song.
Yeah.
Take me home. Come on. I moved away when that song came out, so every time I heard it, I was crying when I was a kid. Man. So it still affects me very much. There's a great version of John Denver and John Cash singing it together.
I've heard that one. Yeah, it tear you up. Yeah.
Johnny turns it into this song, John Denver. It's Johnny Cash. In fact, I saw Johnny Cash's last show in LA, House of Blues, From Me to You. I mean, I got there early and established the beachhead, and the backup band, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Oh, wow.
Carter was there, and June Carter and Roseanne, and they were all there. And Johnny walks out, "Good evening, Los Angeles. Well, I'm Johnny Cash." And they were off. I mean, it was amazing, amazing.
That's a terrific concert to go to. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, last show in Everett.
Well, Tom Petty was amazing.
Good little band.
Well, so you've been trapped like the rest of us, or what are you doing to pass the time?
Writing.
Yeah.
Writing. I'm making a lot of cameos, and I'm keeping busy. I mean, there's plenty to do. Work is overrated.
Yeah.
But I don't like any of the politics that's involved with this.
Sure.
So That's the annoying part to me. I thought this was America, land of the free. Come on.
Right. Yeah, they
Let's get
just
back to it.
they just opened up the gyms and stuff around here yesterday, so we're able to get out a little bit more.
I'm not, Mountaineers are always free. We don't like anybody telling us anything ever.
That's
Okay?
true.
And the other thing is we're really good grudge holders. Actually, everybody knows I know how to hold a grudge.
That's right.
The last thing you want is hillbilly mad. If I hold a grudge.
Oh, that's great. Are you watching anything? You binging any shows?
No. I like car shows.
Okay.
I like to build cars. That's interesting to me. I like to watch people build houses. I like historical stuff.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of crime drama. Thank God for that cell phone, man. That's caught more criminals. You idiot. Everybody knows you can't, you're carrying your cell phone around, you shoot your girlfriend. Come on. Come on, man.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's a rookie mistake.
Here's the other thing. These governors, they're letting all these criminals out. They're putting law-abiding citizens in jail and letting criminals out.
Yeah,
Welcome
the system's a little
California.
messed up. Yeah, it's a little messed up.
A little. Hello.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to undersell.
All right, I appreciate it.
Well, Robert, thank you so much. This has been great. We've been looking forward to having you on. As a fellow displaced mountaineer, we appreciate you coming on. What was it? Once a son of West Virginia, always a son of West Virginia.
Yeah, you can't. There's no what. I mean, my family's been living in those hills since 1756 is when we got off the boat in Harrison County, Virginia. And then they headed the hills, and they had to carve a living out of granite and limestone and trees and, however else it could go. It wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't easy at all.
I'm not a big, we take some shit from the New York, the elites, but they don't. If they spent a week in West Virginia, they'd be converted. They wouldn't want to leave. They'd give me another chili slaw dog, and that's what they'd say.
That's right.
Some more.
That's exactly right. You got to have your pepperoni rolls. Hey, when you first got out to LA, did because we get this a lot on the podcast, did you get comments about your accent, or had you eliminated it by that time?
Well, I hadn't totally eliminated it, but I sort of did. I had lived in Maryland, and then later I lived in Michigan. So those were two completely different accents. But in both instances, I was getting razzed by the ladies in the schools about my accent, which later I found out was sexy.
If you only knew.
Sometimes it even gets a little bit thicker, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. You got to bring it out there once.
That really shows up. Or if I spend time, I'm right back to it. I'm right back to it.
Yeah, we tend to have a thicker accent talking amongst ourselves than we do talking to people from out of state.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, but
it's not bad.
No, it's not a bad thing. So, Robert, before you go, where can our listeners and our viewers, find out more about you and some of the projects that you're working on?
Oh, well, I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
And please rent Dick Dickster.
Yes.
Available on Prime, YouTube, Google Play, anywhere streaming is available.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worth your time. Hilarious.
Yeah, you can't forget that name.
Yeah, it's
Dickster wins.
Dickster wins. Well, and you're also, we talked before we got on the air, you're also on Cameo.
Cameo, yeah, Cameo.com.
Yeah.
I do weddings, I do funerals, I do breakups. I really did. I'm like, really? You want me to break up with this person?
Oh,
So Bob Vance dropped the hammer. It was brutal. I was not happy about it.
is that
really
the?
not you? It's really not, dear John. Not you. It's her. I believe her. I believe. No. Oh, Psycho Cop 3 is in the works. We're gonna make one more.
Oh,
really?
Really? Now that's exciting news. So that's it's been what, 20 years or so since the second one.
The Blu-ray came out a year and a half ago and
Yes.
crushed. There's a whole new audience for it. I mean, the reviews from it were amazing. I waited 25 years for those reviews.
That's right.
The first time it came out, the Columbia TriStar, I thought we were going to get a good release, and we didn't. And so it was delayed gratification, is what I call it. And so after I read the reviews and saw the Blu-ray, we had a screening of it not too long ago. I wrote the screenplay. I thought, who better to write it than me? And so Adam Rifkin, is the director from number 2, is on board, and so is his producer. And we're just going to raise a little money.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's welcome news, because that's such a cult classic.
Yeah. Well, I tell it from Joe's point of view as opposed to from the victim's point of view. The narrative has changed. Joe's the one driving every scene as opposed to appearing in the scenes and creating the action.
Yeah, I love that.
So he's in contact with Satan via iPhone, and the Book of Revelation plays a big part.
Oh, that's exciting. So
Hip Hop Psycho Cop.
Love it.
Crazy ass cracker gonna shoot you if you smoke that rock. Bang, boom, he in the room, got the 9 out blazing, and he laughing too. F you, boy in blue. Hip Hop Psycho Cop.
Oh, that's terrific. That was worth having you on just for that.
Just for the rest.
Oh, that was great.
You guys thank you so much. I'll
Yes,
see you
sir.
when I get back to work.
Yeah, give us a shout. We'll come out. Buy you a drink.
Slaw dog.
Get you a hot dog, slaw dog, and a drink.
Yeah, little mustard.
All right, sir. We'll talk to you again.
All right. Take care, guys.
Yeah.
Bye, Robert.
Red, quit talking so much.
Yeah, sorry. So sorry.
Can't shut him up.
I had to mute myself.
That was
real loud.
That was a joke.
That was a joke.
Uh,
I had to mute myself because of the dogs.
You should have just let your dogs go. They would have been fine.
No, they were awful.
What was the problem?
There's another dog outside.
See?
Yeah.
You need a studio, man.
Thank you. It's okay. I've been working
Or a
on
bunker. I'm deep in the bunker.
I do. I was working on some notes while I couldn't talk, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I missed you because I thought you were going to pepper him with the office questions.
I wanted to. I just, the dogs are too loud.
I gave you a softball.
Yeah, that was weird.
What do you mean that was weird? That was a good segue.
It was a good segue. No, I feel bad, but the dogs were really loud.
Yeah, they were loud. He was pretty awesome, though.
I know, but however, here's my picture now.
Oh, my gosh. That picture's getting huge.
Thank you.
Yeah, those that watch the show will get to see the different variations on that picture during the interviews.
I do feel bad, though, because I wanted to talk more.
Well, you should have.
I couldn't.
Nah, he was really great, and I mean he's done some really really cool stuff. I mean the Dick Dickster is hilarious. The Psycho Cop's a cult classic. He's been on the Office. We didn't even talk about some of the other shows. Oh, you know what? There was 2 questions I've got. We got to have him back on because he was on. Listen to the titles of these movies: Mega Python versus Gatoroid, and Mega Shark versus Crossosaurus. And he was also in this movie called Helen Keller versus the Night Wolves. I totally meant to ask him about those.
Yeah, especially the last one.
Yeah, that one was it was supposed to be kind of like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter or Vampire Slayer. You know, it was supposed to be kind of like that. You all right?
Yeah,
Little tickle?
Yeah, we'll tickle.
Yeah, so he was in those, and he had a role in this show that I really liked called The Bridge, that took place around the bridge that crosses between El Paso, Texas, and Mexico. And he was on that. So I meant to ask him about that too. So we're gonna have to have him back because I got. Oh, and one other.
You didn't.
I know I didn't. I can't believe it. He was also in oh cool, Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy. Why don't you download the green screen so it shows up right?
I don't know how.
Yeah, it gives you the option to download a green screen.
I look terrifying.
Yeah, but he was also, and this is topical, but he was also in a movie called Contagion that is all over Netflix right now. It was made like 10 years ago, but he had a role in that, and I meant to ask him, what he thought about doing that movie and now the situation that we're in.
Oh, well, next time he comes on.
Yeah, I'll get it next time. I think you threw me off there, with your scribbles and not talking. I'm gonna blame you.
I tried.
Oh, you were fine. You got to take care of your babies.
Man, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you got to.
Well,
so another good episode. Brett, tell us where. Tell everyone. Is that your dogs?
No, those are sirens. What's going on?
They're coming to get you, buddy.
Yeah, maybe. I have a loud house right now.
Yeah. Way to go, man.
Sorry.
Hey, let everybody know where they can find us.
They can find us on Facebook at MeisterCon and patreon.com/MeisterCon. We have a YouTube page, MeisterCon Pod, and we're on Instagram.
Yeah, we are, and Twitter.
And Twitter, I suppose.
Yeah. I've been trying to reinvigorate the Instagram and Twitter.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah. Well, all right, Brett. This has been fun. Don't burn the house down. We'll see and talk to everybody again real soon.
Yeah. Oh, bang bang.
Thank you. Bye.